Well, hello. Hi, it's Sheri from Mission Partners for Christ. 1 week ago at this time, we were serving in an underserved, remote village of Guinea, Africa. It was a place where people were unreached with the gospel and they needed medical care. But I want to tell you about this guy's visit to see us that day. He came on the first day of our medical outreach, and he came to see the doctor and get some medicine, very much needed medicine. And I had shared with my partner that I was going to need a translator. We had already had several translators with us, but we were short one person. And it was this very special guy. He came out to the doctor that day, and he thought he was going to be going home right after because he lived in that community. But I needed a translator to help me in finding out what some of the symptoms were of the additional patients that were coming. And this guy happened to speak English and the local language. So I did my short little interview of him, and I asked him if he could stay and he could help me. Essentially, I was like, "You're hired." Well, he wasn't just hired for that day. He was hired for all 4 days. And we served in different areas, so he had to travel quite the distance to come. He was volunteering his time, and this man was exceptional. Even when we weren't seeing the patients, he was helping me in the pharmacy area, filling up little bottles with Tylenol and labeling them. And so from the minute he showed up until way after we were getting ready to leave, this guy was by my side. And so can you imagine? I actually was thinking about this today because I pulled up to the doctor for a routine visit. Don't worry, I'm not sick. The perks that we have in the United States to have routine care. So I'm here for some routine care today. And I was thinking about it. I was thinking about this guy. Can you imagine if you were just going for a doctor's visit and you got recruited? Yes. And you weren't being told about being paid anything because we're all volunteers. And this guy decided to stay with us. And it was wonderful. I think back about the times that we had together last week. Now, he was a Muslim. He didn't know about Jesus Christ. And he was very committed. The laughs we had, we had quite a few laughs last week, quite a few smiles. The opportunities that I had to tell him about Jesus Christ. Things that he witnessed. He witnessed me praying for women that were unable to get pregnant. And that's very important in their culture because unfortunately, some of the men, they have 4 wives. And if you're one of those wives and you're not able to get pregnant, you feel inadequate. So I was able to pray for many people, including a woman who came and she was 35 and she sat down next to me. And her family told me that she could not hear. And I felt so sad. Can you imagine? Because hearing is such an important part of our life, right? We have to hear to have communication with people. Today I was listening to worship music in the car on the way here. So I can't imagine not hearing. So I put my hands over the ears of this woman on both sides and I prayed for her. And of course, my translator watched this, and this woman, she received her hearing back. It was so incredible and so just wonderful that she just started praising God. She was high-fiving me. I didn't even know that they high-fived in Africa, okay? But she was high-fiving me. And so this man who showed up for an ordinary doctor's visit, thought he was going home, stayed with me the entire week, got to see the power of God in action. So if somebody came to me later and they had a need that he felt needed prayed for, like another woman who wasn't able to get pregnant, he'd say, "Hey, aren't you going to pray for that woman?" And I did. So it was a blessing. I continue to pray for this man. It was wonderful to serve with him. He's like us. He has some relationship issues. He's the same age as I am, but unfortunately his wife left him because he was very poor. So I'm praying for him that God's going to bring another wife, that God's going to bring financial provision to him. Most important, that he's going to bring salvation to this man. So if you join me, I can't tell you his name, can't show you his picture, but if you would pray for this man, that served alongside of me last week. He's got a New Testament Bible in his local language. He received it last week. So pray that he will daily pick up that Bible and God will reveal himself to this man. Want to find out more about the work that we're doing around the world? Go to our website, missionpartnersforchrist.org. You can join us on an upcoming trip. Our next trip is to the country of Burundi in Central Africa in July. Would love to have you join us. So go to our website today and register. Take care.